Welcome to another episode of No Shoes in the House. Now, this is going to be a small one just because I feel like I need to catch everybody and myself up on everything that has been happening ultimately for like the past few months, few weeks, maybe few months. I don't know. Um, I thought it was only like 2, 3 weeks. Turned out it was actually 2 months. So um, let's get started. So basically, I don't know if you guys remember last time, a few episodes back, my dad called in. Now my dad called in because um, as he's an asshole like that, but more importantly, just because we've been checking up on. He's had like some stomach issues, some type of thing going on. Point is, he's down in Colombia now. With him being down in Colombia, healthcare is not so good, seeing as it's third world country, and the hospitals are all run by the state, and they don't really give a fuck about people. So all the physicians that see patients that are from basically like Medicaid, let's say for example, they're all med students. They're not actual physicians. They're all students, first and second year students, third year students, things like that. Now, uh, he had told me he was fine. He told me maybe he thought he had some kidney stones. At least that's what the med students told him. But turned out that actually he ended up having stage 3 colon cancer. Yeah, kind of a little bit of a stretch, don't you think? Point is, I flew him out here. He um, I ended up just flying him over like the weekend. I think I talked to him like on a Tuesday or something. Flew him in, uh, sent him over to Kaiser in California, and the rest is history. About 8 weeks later, he's cancer free. Turns out that I mean, God, like their medical is just it has to be stupid. Now I understand why doctors from most other countries don't qualify as doctors in the United States. I mean, they thought he had kidney stones. Turns out his appendix ruptured. He had a cancerous mass the size of a baseball, and they had to cut both of those out, and also about 2 feet of colon. My dad had ass cancer, and they thought he had kidney stones. I'm not a doctor, but that's kind of far off, don't you think? It's a little bit further away than what I would have thought it. I would have thought it would be. I mean, they did tests on him and everything, CAT scans, MRIs. I mean, at this point, I don't even know. It was probably just an iPhone app, like the skeleton iPhone app that looks at. It's like, oh, I could see your bones. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I was lucky that he made it. Did have a lot of really sad moments where I cried and stuff like that. I was losing my shit, man. The thought of losing my dad. I mean, don't get me wrong, he wasn't perfect, but he wasn't bad, and he didn't deserve to go out like that. Um, it was great to see that he felt loved because a lot of people came out in support of him and were, hey, I heard he had this, and he was telling me how he talked to so many people out there back in his that he knew from college, that he knew from his childhood, that were like, "Hey, bro, I heard you're dying." They're just like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Hey, what's up? How you been? Hey, I haven't talked to you. Hey, remember you owe me money? Aren't you dying?" That kind of thing. So that was cool. It was cool to see him feel like he was appreciated, or like that he would be missed. Because initially, that was like the asshole conversation that he was having with me, which was, um, he was saying, you know what? If I have it, I have it. Like, fuck it. Like, put me down. Just take me out of my misery. Like, I don't give a fuck. At this point, I'm just gonna do me. If it takes me, it takes me. Now, you'd think that it would be, pretty stand up, less selfish to kind of want to do that. But it's really not, man. Like, if you think about it, that's a dick move. It's a dick move because it has nothing, like, you dying has nothing to do with you. The person dying It's the person who dies is the person, believe it or not, least affected. I mean, aside from dying, least affected in their death. So, like, yes, you're dead. I get it. You died. You went to, if you believe in heaven, you went to heaven. If you believe in, 40 virgins, you get 40 virgins. I don't know what the other ones get. What do the other ones get? Um, if you're from Wakanda, you become a lion and you get on a tree. Yeah, and they just basically wait to see your future generations and just give them advice. Is that only if you were the Black Panther? I don't know. Don't take my word on that. I need to watch that movie again. But like for example, Chadwick Boseman, right? Black Panther, died of cancer, really messed up. Yes, he's dead. I get that. Same, my dad had cancer, almost died. He was pretty gung ho about like, you know what, just take me. Fuck it, just take me out back, put a 12 gauge to the back of my head, pull the trigger, let's do this. But he was the person who was least affected because, I mean, I felt like a complete wreck. My brothers felt pretty shaken up. My dad's girlfriend out there was pretty shaken up. A bunch of people that he knew that thought didn't care were shaken up. A lot of his brothers who he hadn't spoken to in a very long time were shaken up. So it's it does take its toll on a lot more people than you think, and it's not fair um, for you as a person who's dying, knowing that you have a chance of living to be a dick about it. Now, if you don't have a chance of living, then yeah, I get it. Fuck it. They have those euthanasia tubes down in Sweden. You might want to just go get one of those. Book a trip to Sweden, bang a few blondes, and then just I think you put a quarter in the machine or something, and it just like takes you out. That wouldn't be so bad. I'm just not into white chicks all that much. It should. Now, if they had one of those in Asia, that might be a different story, probably. But yeah, that's basically what's been happening. Just been MIA. I felt kind of too emotionally distraught, too much just worried about stuff that I didn't necessarily want to worry about, but I did, and I have, and I got past it. I mean, even my work was giving me shit about it. It was tough because I work in a my job is to connect with people and have conversations with people, and it's hard to talk to people like that when they're just telling you, oh, I'm so sad, my credit card bill is high or whatever, and I really need to get some money because I want to get a new truck. And then you hit them with my dad has ass cancer, you piece of shit. Fuck your truck. Get what I'm saying? But that's it. I mean, there's another story that I have to tell you guys that I think is pretty great, but I'm gonna save it for the next episode because I want to do a full one. But this was just a little small kind of catch you up on what's been going on. Real quick. I mean, aside from that, there's from his cancer thing, not a whole lot. I mean, he's doing great. It's good. In case you guys are wondering or care, he has two big holes in his stomach now. He has some hormone therapy. He's all he has to do is he needs a colonoscopy in a few weeks. They're gonna put a tube in his ass and then fucking ship his ass back to Colombia. That's what he wants. But that being said, I mean, we're pretty much done. Remember, if you have people that you love and you are dying and there is a chance of saving you, don't be a dick. Let them fucking save you. And remember, as always, there's no shoes in the house. But come on in.